Jaguar Wright, the diva, the drama, and the journey of the has-been. You've probably heard of Jaguar Wright, if not from her music, then definitely from the controversies that have surrounded her like a particularly stubborn cloud. Once hailed as one of the rising stars of neo-soul in the early 2000s, Jaguar's story is less of a smooth jazz number and more of a chaotic rock opera. She's gone from sharing the stage with the likes of the Roots and Jay-Z to airing out everybody's dirty laundry, and I do mean everybody on the internet. But how did this talented singer-songwriter end up in the world's most extended online roasting session? Well, grab your popcorn, because the story of Jaguar Wright's rise, fall, and online rebirth is as wild as it gets. The early days, Jaguar's roaring start. Once upon a time, Jaguar Wright was a name you couldn't escape if you were into neo-soul. She burst onto the scene in the early 2000s, blessed with a voice that could make you rethink every bad decision you've ever made, and a stage presence that could turn even the toughest crowds into butter. Seriously, this woman was it. With performances alongside artists like the Roots and Jay-Z, Jaguar was on the fast track to being a household name. Remember her unforgettable vocals on Jay-Z's Unplugged concert? Of course you do, because she practically stole the show, out-singing everyone and making us wonder why she wasn't already topping the charts. Her debut album, Denials, Delusions, and Decisions, dropped in 2002, and while it didn't exactly blow up the mainstream, it solidified her as an artist with something to say and the pipes to back it up. But as it turns out, the music industry is less happily ever after and more what have you done for me lately. Jaguar's career didn't quite hit the heights her talent deserved, and that, my friends, is where the story takes a dramatic turn. The fall from stage to social media shade. Fast forward a few years, and Jaguar wasn't the name on everyone's lips anymore. Some artists quietly fade away when their time in the spotlight dims. But not Jaguar. No, she decided to take the Beyoncé approach, except instead of lemonade, she served up a boiling pot of tea, spilling it on anyone who crossed her path. By 2020, Jaguar Wright had transformed from neo-soul singer to professional whistleblower. She came out swinging, using social media as her platform to share every single secret she had accumulated during her time in the industry. And let me tell you, Jaguar was not shy. She name-dropped more people than a bad celebrity memoir. First up, the Roots, her former collaborators. According to Jaguar, they weren't the nice, socially conscious band we all thought they were. She accused them of everything from mistreatment to outright betrayal. And she didn't stop there. She went after Common, accusing him of sexual misconduct, which he denied, and threw shade at Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Mary J. Blige, and basically everyone with a record deal in the early 2000s. Some people called her brave for speaking out, others called her bitter. Either way, she became the self-proclaimed truth teller of the music industry, and she had the internet eating out of her hand, or at least watching her videos like they were the latest episode of a soap opera. The Has-Been chronicles a new chapter in petness. By now, you might be wondering, where's the humor? Well, here it comes, because Jaguar's antics are nothing short of a reality TV show with no commercial breaks. As the internet debates raged on about whether Jaguar was spilling actual tea or just trying to stay relevant, Jaguar fully embraced the role of the industry's official has-been, and let's be real, it was kind of hilarious. She took the term, usually a career-killing label, and made it her brand. Has-been? Sure, she seemed to say, but at least I'm a has-been with stories you want to hear. She began hosting her own live streams, often rambling for hours while dropping bombshell accusations and conspiracy theories that made the comment section explode. Jaguar wasn't just airing out her grievances, she was building a whole persona around it. In one of her infamous rants, she accused Alicia Keys of not being real and questioned why Mary J. Blige still had a career while she, Jaguar, was sidelined. "I'm the real queen of soul," she declared, while social media users grabbed their popcorn. And yet, there was a weird charm to it all. It's not every day you see a former star fully embrace their has-been status, using it as a platform to roast the current music industry. She wasn't trying to fake a comeback or beg for relevance. She was out here spilling the tea like an over-caffeinated barista, and you couldn't help but watch. The conspiracy theories, from industry scandals to Illuminati, probably. Oh, did I mention Jaguar loves a good conspiracy theory? Because if you thought her rants were just about her peers, think again. Jaguar went full X-Files on us, hinting at secret music industry cabals, shady backroom deals, and Illuminati? Probably. She never quite got there, but it was implied. In Jaguar's world, no one was safe from suspicion. She accused record labels of covering up crimes, artists of being puppets, and producers of, well, pretty much everything under the sun. It was like a musical version of House of Cards, but with more microphones and fewer handshakes. At one point, she even hinted that some of the biggest names in music were involved in things the public isn't ready to hear cryptic much. Fans and haters alike tuned in just to see who she'd come for next. It was like a never-ending roast where no one wanted to be the guest of honor. The online roast haters, fans, and the cult of Jaguar. Naturally, with all this shade throwing came the inevitable backlash. For every fan who praised Jaguar for telling it like it is, there were two more calling her bitter, washed up, or just straight up delusional. Became the go-to insult, but in true Jaguar fashion, she doubled down on it, making her haters part of the show. Her comment sections became a battlefield, with fans defending her. She's the only one brave enough to speak the truth and critics dragging her for filth. And did Jaguar care? Nope. In fact, she thrived on it. Like a seasoned pro at a comedy roast, she knew exactly how to keep the controversy going. What made it even funnier was that no matter how outrageous her claims became, people kept tuning in. She was like the internet's car crash, terrible, but you had to look. If Jaguar was airing out someone's business, you knew it was going to be a wild ride. The comeback? More like the continuation of chaos. So, is there a comeback in the cards for Jaguar Wright? Maybe. She's hinted at new music projects if she can stop ranting long enough to record them, but honestly, at this point, the drama is the main act. She's more famous now for her truth-telling than for her actual music, and it seems like she's okay with that. Jaguar isn't trying to polish her image or crawl her way back into the industry's good graces. She's out here like, "Wow, didn't appreciate me then? Well, now I'm going to expose all your secrets and watch you squirm." And whether you believe her or not, you've got to respect the hustle. She's turned the term has been into a full-time gig. Maybe one day she'll drop a new album and remind everyone why her voice was once so celebrated. Or maybe she'll continue to be the internet's most unpredictable, unfiltered truth teller. Either way, Jaguar Wright isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Conclusion, Jaguar Wright the diva, the drama, the legend sort of. Jaguar Wright's story is one of talent, controversy, and a whole lot of side-eye. She went from being a neo-soul powerhouse to becoming the music industry's loudest whistleblower, and while her career may not have followed the traditional trajectory of fame, she certainly made her mark. Whether you see her as a truth teller, a bitter has-been, or just someone who knows how to keep herself relevant in the wild world of social media, one thing's for sure, Jaguar Wright is a legend in her own right. And if that legend comes with a side of conspiracy theories and late-night rants, well, that's just part of the fun. In the end, Jaguar Wright has proven that you don't need to have a chart-topping album to stay in the spotlight. All you need is a webcam, a lot of opinions, and the willingness to say outlandish story without receipts.